Thanks, Gene.
Oh, I haven't had one in years.
But wait a minute, they're so helpful.
Where's my flip phone? Where is it?
I don't know. I'm BJ Flagg.
And I'm Rich G, and this is episode 235, Business Fears. What if your industry is slowly going out of business?
Time marches on, and people's tastes and impact on technology might make your business slowly obsolete.
Yeah, just ask slide rule manufacturers, Blockbuster, Blackberry, and Motorola.
Let's start a conversation.
Absolutely. Our first action is keep an eye out for the warning signs in your business. Okay. How's your cash flow? Is it slowly ticking down each quarter? Are some of the best products or services not resonating with your client base anymore?
You know, is it getting harder and harder for you to get clients and customers to buy? You know, are you trying a myriad of advertising, marketing, and promotion, and it's just not catching?
Yeah, maybe you need to step back and better understand what's happening in your industry.
Do you talk to other people in your industry on a regular basis? Can you chat with other clients and customers to better understand their changing tastes? This is key.
Yeah, like when do you think Blockbuster got a clue? When people stopped coming to their store. I mean, they were even, I know the story, Netflix came in, they were going to buy Netflix. And they laughed. Netflix made a presentation. They go, who's going to mailing DVDs through the mail? That's crazy. Laugh them out of the boardroom. And,
right.
But when do you think Blockbuster really got a clue? When people stopped coming to their store anymore?
Yeah. And they also noticed, I'm sure, that there were certain types of people who would use Blockbuster, but that wasn't enough. That wasn't enough to have a viable business. So, yeah, you got to keep your eyes open. The second action is, do you have an innovative direction you can actually go in? Does your industry or kind of an allied industry have innovative technology or directions? They're already happening right now. It's not too late to get on that train. Just get going.
Yeah, so many people are like, well, I'm not going to do it because Steve's doing it, in the next.
Yes. Steve's always done that.
They let their pride and ego get in the way of
thank
change.
You. Yeah, so, exactly.
Is it a completely different direction to go that you can use your talents and knowledge while your current business winds down? This is a great way to pour your talent into a new innovative direction.
Yeah. I mean, just think of the number of people who said Post-it note came out with had a product and it wasn't sticking really well. It wasn't completely sticking. And then all of a sudden somebody said, hey, wouldn't this be great if you could have like a little note that wouldn't stick completely? Yeah, Post-it notes. So, it's one of those things where take a note of a technology around you and make a conscious effort to move forward. This is the biggest move that you can make in your career. Just move forward.
Yeah. Again, don't let your ego get in the way. You have to understand, well, I've been doing this for 40 years. Well, things change. Our third action is don't be scared of change. Embrace it. This is the main reason why businesses fail. They're afraid of change. They don't want to take the time and effort to make the changes that have to happen.
Taking that first step is obviously the hardest. But once you start to evolve, you're going to get carried along on your new destination. It is amazing the excitement and return of your passion that's going to happen.
Yeah, let's be candid. Almost all companies do it all the time. Yes. You just don't know. It's just a phase all companies go through. They're hot. They're selling a lot of stuff. Then their business goes lukewarm. They evolve, change, and then their business is hopping again.
I just want to say one thing. Crocs shoes.
Yep.
Crocs were a thing.
Yep.
And they kind of went into quiet where only people in the healthcare industry wore them.
Yes.
And then somebody got this idea, let's make wild, crazy colors and different tie-dye blah, blah, blahs. Boop. They're now crazy and
They're hot.
Yeah, they're hot again. So
Yeah.
absolutely.
Think of like a liquor store. Okay.
That's a great
Liquor
example.
stores are constantly evolving with different types of wine and tastes and flavored seltzers and types of different size of bottles and stuff. Look how they've evolved with the pandemic. Delivery right to your car.
Exactly. I mean, they have all these different ideas. There's been, relaxed rules on shipping things. I mean, the industry has changed dramatically. The fourth action is keep learning and keep reaching. Rich and I are avid readers and watchers. We are constantly watching the business world as it morphs and changes. When the pandemic hit, our first reaction was, how is this going to affect the business world? Right, Rich? I mean, we just knew, how is this going to happen? And, we talked about the possibility of another technological revolution and how will it go and that type of thing.
It's so important that we get so caught up in the day-to-day, the maintenance of and we need to step back and have more strategic thinking and set aside the time on your calendar for learning. Okay. Even if it's an hour a week, this will take you on a new trajectory. It was kind of funny. BJ and I always talk before we start working about what's going on. And I was saying, I just saw this great video on pricing your products and how to scale your pricing and stuff. And I'm reading this book on it. And she's like, "Ooh, I got to read that book too." So
it's like, we're just kind of addicted to it. So we know that this is kind of our lot in life, but it is amazing. You can follow certain authors, but you don't have to follow the big names. Look for the innovative or the futurists and see what they're talking about, because they're actually talking about things that might be happening in 10 years.
Yes.
And they're the ones who you want to have in your brain, kind of just thinking of where can you go, try to ingest their juice. They're thinking of some amazing things, and they're doing some big homework for you right now.
And maybe they're not talking about your industry.
Right.
It allows you to start thinking about, well, what's going to happen to me? I was just telling BJ that, I'm constantly thinking, how is coaching, executive coaching and high performance coaching going to evolve? Because I know technology is impacting it. I'm doing so much more virtual meetings with clients than I've ever done before.
Oh my gosh. You had the one client who reached out to you from California.
Yeah.
And your first reaction was like, how did you find me?
How do you find me?
And she did. And it's amazing. There's no break anymore. There's no reason why you couldn't work with somebody all the way around the world. I know you've had international accounts, Rich, but a lot of that was fueled by referral, and you work with their international people. But this is something that's going to be huge in all of our industries.
Exactly.
Something to get excited about for sure.
Well, our resource today is an incredible book. It's called Evolve or Die: Lessons for World-Class Innovation and Creativity. And it's by Thomas Triumph.
Yes. And you need to, he knows you need to innovate and create.
Yeah.
That's like the big thing. But it's better to learn from champions than, people who don't really know what they're talking about. This is a great book.
Yeah, he teaches you to practice like your life depends on it. And to an extent, it does.
Yes.
And how to come out strong and punching above your weight, because you can. So he teaches you, if you're afraid of evolving, how to do it.
Right. And you know what? You've got a lot to offer this world. We all do. And Thomas is actually in your corner offering the guidance and cheering you on. So it's a great It's a good pick-me-up book, right?
Yep.
For sure. If you're, I have a great promo today, Rich.
Oh, who is it?
Oh, well, if you're afraid of changing your business and innovating to increase cash flow, you need Rich to help keep your business happy, healthy, and productive. Have a chat with him at richg.com.
I've used Rich, and he's
Oh,
great. He's great.
Very forward thinking.
And we have another sponsor, a premium sponsor, BJ Flag. Innovative branding and marketing happens with an innovative team to help propel your business. Energize your marketing with new brand marketing. Reach out to BJ at nurenu.com.
Thank you to our producer and king of creative, Richard Scalzo, who constantly amazes us with his innovative ideas, bringing you the best small business podcast every Tuesday.
Have an unbelievable week. Catch you later.